Are y'all ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Oh shit, Afterglow's covering Loki from
Oh my God.
Vocaloid. Okay, sorry. Mar messaged me, so I was like, what do you want? Okay. I love Mar. She's valid. Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, welcome to Yonaka Tea Time, first episode of the year and first episode of season 2.
Yay!
We're a weeb podcast. We talk about topics that are important to us. And so we actually have 3 hosts, me, Rachie, Anthong. Say hi, guys.
I'm Anthong.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Beautiful.
I'm also Anthong.
No. And basically every new episode we trade off, and that person gets to present a topic they want to talk about. Obviously, we release new episodes. Well, we try to release new episodes every month at the end. But if we can't, we have, jobs and stuff. So please understand. Obviously, Rachie is the hardest working one, so please understand her.
Please understand her.
Her specifically. But also, so after each of us gets a turn, we'll do a live stream. So there are going to be 2 live streams this year, I believe.
Yes.
And we're going to try and change up some of the formats on the live streams just to make it kind of more structured.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should be on our new channel that we are officially moving over to. So whenever you want to get that subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, but most importantly, hit the bell.
Subscribe to all our notifications.
Yeah,
Yes.
so hit the bell if you want to come to, those live streams and know about new episodes and stuff. If not, you can send hate mail to Anthong at...
Anthong.sendmeyourtoefeet@gmail.com.
Yes.
Bad one.
No.
But
Do not send me hate mail. I only accept love mail. And yes, it is. If you look at the bottom of the screen, it's anthong.sendmeyourtoefeet@gmail.com.
I hate
It's
it.
flashing
Thank you.
across the screen right now.
I am.
Also, if you want to listen to the podcast, you'll actually get the episodes sooner through things like Spotify and Stitcher and places like that. Literally, the podcast is everywhere that podcasts are. I prefer Spotify, but whatever.
Yeah.
And
Oh, also really quick.
Sponsor us, Spotify.
We do know that the podcasts go up on Spotify before YouTube. We're fully aware. We did it that way.
Oh, yes. Because we have to make a video for the podcast, and that takes extra time and things like
Yeah,
that.
it does. I procrastinate.
No,
It's
you're
true,
fine.
she does.
You're fine. Big brain.
She's the hardest working procrastinator here.
Thank you.
Procrastinator?
Yes.
Procrastinator. Yeah.
Procrastinator. I already told you this is Anthong and Rachie, but they are going to tell you what teas they are drinking. I should probably say mine first since I'm talking. I'm Juby. I forgot to mention that. And I am drinking lemon honey tea because I have bad allergies.
Whoa, wait, you're the Jubyphonic?
Wait a minute.
fucking hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Do you know Rachie?
Oh
No,
my god, I'm gonna
I
kill
really
you. I'm
don't,
gonna kill
actually.
you. I'm gonna murder you. You
don't-
are dead to me.
I don't know her.
Oh, I just gave myself a bloody nose. God damn it.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
You guys, it's okay, I'm bleeding. Damn
I
you,
feel like
Len.
karma came really quickly.
No, it's Led Kagavine that did this to me. I just want everyone to be aware.
Where's
Well,
the
while you're bleeding out and dying, Rachie, what are you drinking?
I am drinking green tea.
Oh.
Plain Jane green tea that I got from a discount store. A Japanese
Nice.
discount store.
Yeah,
Do you
discount.
put any sugar in it?
No, I usually just drink it plain. Why would you put sugar in it?
Damn, bitch.
I'm not Southern.
I put sugar in every drink I have.
Yeah, that's because you're from the South.
Okay.
Damn, called
It's
out.
true. And
It's
you
true.
should
Southerners
say
be
it.
like,
You probably
She should
also
say
drink your
it.
tea iced. Ooh.
fuck.
Ooh, okay. I actually personally don't. But I know my dad and mom do. So
Aw.
yes,
Sweethearts.
we live in the South. That's where we at.
We live in a
Nice.
society.
We live in a society.
No, I don't live in a society. I live in my mom's house. You live in a society.
And in this society,
Anthong?
what tea do you drink?
Hi, I'm Anthong, and the tea I'm drinking is boiled Gatorade. It's quite delicious.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I have to
just
wipe my
boiled
nose
some
now.
Gatorade.
God damn it. So does boiling give it like some like supernatural property or just like...
Yeah. The supernatural property is called diarrhea.
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you! I like it.
My intermission will be from the bathroom and only the bathroom. I hope y'all are excited.
Before you go to
I
the
like it.
bathroom,
I'm
we gotta
excited.
have that, the Eric Andre music.
Yes, we'll be right back.
Love it. Okay, so the topic for today's episode, okay, this sounds like really like big brain smarty pants, but it's really not. So the topic is sunk cost fallacy.
The fuck did you just call me?
Okay, so for those who are not familiar with it, yes, it can be in the context of like money and economics and like investor stuff, but I like it in the terms of like explaining like psychological stuff, like, you know, emotions and life stuff.
I don't have those.
You don't have
What
those.
are those?
What are those?
What are these
What are
emotions
those?
you talk about?
I, for one, have lost many of them over the years. I feel
Emotions?
like each year that I live. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
that
don't have
episode
those
of
either.
like Timmy Turner and the Fairly Odd Parents? Where like he
Yeah.
loses all of his
Yes.
emotions.
Timmy is an average kid.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
He like put him on a box, and then he like jumped from the top of a volcano into like piranha-infested waters because he's like, I have no fear.
Yeah.
I've lost the fear emotion.
Oh wait, and then like they give it back, but they forget to give him the common sense
Common
emotion
sense,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
He's like, no, jump. I like that episode a lot.
How do you
but
guys
yeah,
still
that's-
remember
that's
this? I
me
feel
now.
like I locked it in like a certain part of my brain. I cannot like.
I remember every episode. I remember
I
every.
unearth like the weirdest memories at the weirdest times.
You know, just it all comes full circle back to that tweet where they're like, remember that time Cosmo had like mpreg?
Oh
Like,
no!
that was
Please
weird.
don't tell me. Don't talk to me about Mpreg, please. Please don't talk to me about Mpreg.
Wasn't Hutch Bartman like a
Yes,
hardcore
it was
Christian?
Hoochie.
Wait,
It was
what?
him.
Yeah,
Wait,
the
what do you?
creator, Hutch.
Wait,
I'm
slow down.
not saying. I don't want the FBI to get me, so I'm not saying his real name. So I'm mixing up the word. Hutch Bartman.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Hoochie.
He-
He did it.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he did
but He
it.
was like hardcore. He was hardcore like Catholic. Christian,
Oh,
whatever.
I thought you said he was hardcore mpreg, and I
I
was
mean,
like,
I don't know that for sure, but TMZ, get on that.
like someone found like his private like DeviantArt or something.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Anyway,
good?
sunk cost fallacy. This
Sunk
sounds
cost
really
fallacy.
boring, but you'll come to love it. So what is it? I had to take the definition from literally the economic side, so this may or may not make sense. But from Investopedia, a sunk.
Yes.
I know. A sunk cost refers to money that has already been spent and cannot be recovered. So when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about just money though. I'm talking about time, effort, emotion, basically any resource you've like invested into something, and you can't get that back, you know, which is which is a lot of things in my
Yeah, a
life.
sunk cost.
Yeah, it's a sunk cost. You're not getting that back, you know.
Wait, like Mobage? Shout out to season 1, episode 3.
Yeah, like
Anthong.
But it's actually like a relatable example. So.
It is. It actually is.
Unfortunately.
They use sunk
Unfortunate.
costs technically. You know, gambling is
To
a
keep
really
you in
big
the game,
sunk cost.
right?
Yeah, it's to
Yeah.
keep you in the game because you're like, I want to win something. I feel like I should have won something by now. Anyway,
Oh,
so
you started to, I felt the like the repressed memories from hours ago.
are you talking about
unearthed.
my life, like what we
Yeah.
just discussed, where I can't get an SSR and I keep getting the same 2 characters over and over?
Yes. Sunk cost
lose it.
fallacy.
So that's sunk cost, but what is the fallacy in that?
But what is
Technically,
sunk cost?
So sunk cost, you basically took your money and you chunked it in a hole. You're not getting it back. The fallacy is you're still continuing despite it making you unhappy or worse off.
I need that serotonin when I get a good thing.
Yeah, right? You need something back. And also the fact that, like, say you're doing gacha and you've, like, done, like, 20 10 pulls in a day and you don't have any more gems left. The thing is that if gachas do work in the way that they're supposed to work, the game does not really know that you've invested this much or how much that money that you've spent really means to you. Things like that. Like, the world does not know that you've tried so hard and got so far.
Oh,
but in the end, it didn't really matter. Yes.
Oh, trust me, the world knows. The world knows, and it's laughing at me. So let's just get that out there.
Okay. Well, you can take it that way. Some examples are like not throwing away old clothes because when you bought them they were expensive. Eating terrible food that you really hate just because you already bought it. Gambling more money away because you're due for some luck. You think,
when
think
actually
you're due.
In reality, these things are pre-programmed.
You think you're due for the SSSR, but you're not getting it.
So, SSR, we pulling?
We pulling? You think you're due, but you're not. And then, so those are really basic sunk cost fallacy examples. Man, I have to really say those words.
Poor baby.
Thank you. I have a lot of experience with this, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. So these are the more complicated examples because technically they aren't really fallacies because the investments because the investments are still relevant to your present situation. But anyway, I'll throw them out there anyway. So a sunk cost fallacy can be staying in a relationship only because you've been together for so long.
Oh my god. Relatable. I know so many fucking people that do that.
Continuing a degree you hate because you've gotten this far. Continuing a project that kills you just because you've worked so hard.
Oh god. Okay.
So yeah, these are the examples I'm talking about.
And Rachie, did you look up Anthong and Rachie life struggles and was like, I'm gonna voice this.
Oh yeah, we're going there, guys. We are going there. This is my entire fucking life where I realize I'm not really having fun. I'm just doing things because I've invested so much into them already that it feels like if I don't get something out of it, I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, same.
I mean, that's a gigantic mood, first and foremost. Second of all.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Is it bad that I used these complicated examples as examples literally from my own life? I mean,
debatable.
It's debatable. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have any examples that you can think of
Grand Blue Fantasy? That's all I'm saying. Next question.
My YouTube channel. Next question.
Wait, what did you say? Oh, your YouTube channel.
Yeah. I can
great episode. Yeah. What's the next topic?
End of episode. We're done. No, because I mean, to be honest, I have that same feeling with my channel where I'm there are many times where I was I just want to throw it in the trash can. I'm done, But then a lot of the reason I was staying or I continue to stay is because I've worked really hard on this for so many years. But at the same time, every time I get out of that funk, I'm okay, well, I'm glad I didn't throw it away quite yet because I actually need this right now. So it can mean something. It just really depends on well, we'll get to it. But nothing is ever clear cut. You're gonna run into a lot of gray areas.
Yeah.
So why do we do this? Why do we spend money on gachas? Why do we
because
continue?
It fills the void.
It fills the void. Yeah.
It fills the void in your heart.
It can fill the void.
I feel it's kind of I don't know, stubbornness, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm so
stubbornness.
fucking stubborn.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way, like, if I was, like, already, like, more than if I was less than halfway through, like, I don't know, a project, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling it anymore, I'd be like, okay, less than halfway, maybe, like, less than quarter away, I would have been, like, okay with, like, being like, trash it. But if I'm, like, more than halfway near the end, I'm gonna, like, I'm so stubborn, I'm not gonna, like, just, like, no.
Yeah. No, that's completely, and I even feel that same stubbornness where I think I'm not that stubborn, but like when it comes to things that I've like put so much into, like if I've already wasted like 3 eggs on like a recipe, I'm like, well, I have to do something with it, you know? Like,
I was like, okay, dead ass. I was like, what video game are you talking about? And I'm like, oh wait, real life. You mean cooking?
like cooking. Okay,
Yeah.
like
'Cause
in
you've been
Cooking
cooking a lot
Mama.
lately.
Like in
Yeah.
Cooking
Oh.
Mama, if you
If you mess up, Mama will fix it.
Mama will fix it. Mama will kill you.
I'll
It's
kill
true.
you. It's really sexy.
Every day, every minute you're spending not running, Mama is getting closer.
Oh my god, I'm so
Closing
Is
the
Mama
distance.
death? Is Mama
What's gonna
just
happen
like?
when she gets close enough, you know?
Oh, she'll fix it. She'll fix this earth by removing you from it. Oh.
I like Mama. I like her a lot. So okay, I did do a little bit of research into like possibly why, you know, we do this. Because I also wanted to understand. So one person believes, well, maybe one person, there is the idea that it is biological. You know, we evolved to reduce our losses, you know. And this was something from a book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I don't know his name.
Condiments.
Yes.
So
That bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, that bitch, yeah. So he says, you know, since all decisions involved uncertainty about the future, the human brain has evolved an automatic and unconscious system for judging how to proceed when a potential for loss arises. So organisms that placed more urgency on avoiding threats than they did on maximizing opportunities were more likely to pass on their genes. And so that's an idea, you know. Like, obviously, we don't want to lose. Like,
I hate losing.
I hate losing too.
I don't like losing
know?
either.
I want to be a winner always.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't do that.
But in life, you're always making bets, you know? You're always going to be making bets. You're gonna have to have some losses, you know?
It's true.
I get that, but like, that still sucks.
Life is
of
not
course.
life is not a 100% you are rate. I'm sorry. That's not how it is.
Don't tell me that. Never tell me the odds. But yeah, so there's an idea that it's biological. One of my own personal ideas is that, you know, say, you know, you spend a bunch of gems trying to pull, and you essentially are down.
Experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
you say you're down like 500 gems. You know, you don't want to feel that regret. You know,
I don't.
and the regret feels like if you walk away from this now, and this is the last day of the event, the last chance you can get that card, and you say no, you give up, you walk away, there's that feeling of regret and what if, you know, that I feel can follow sometimes, where it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
later on I'll be sleeping in bed and it'll be like, oh God, why didn't I do that? You know, like,
Yeah.
and I feel like it just starts to really influence future decisions of mine where I'm like, I don't want to do that again. Like, but there's no way of knowing, you know.
Yeah.
But the main reason why we do this is because losing hurts.
It do.
It hurts. Like, it does. The main reason we continue is because feeling loss is painful. You know, we want it to have some sort of meaning, you know, like going through all this, like working on a degree and you're halfway there and you've like really like, you've missed parties, you've missed out on so much, you know, you've spent money, you've spent effort, and you've gotten this far. And you realize you're not going to be happy with this degree or this like career direction, but you also don't want to give up on it, you know, But say you'd only done one class in this direction and realized, oh, I don't want to go this way.
That's easier.
It's so much easier. Yeah. It's so much easier. But if you're halfway up the hill, it's like...
No, I understand.
It's
That's
so
a
much
very
harder.
like Asian parent mentality where it's like I have a few friends who are just absolutely miserable in their degrees when I was in college, and you know, like their parents would always tell them, you know, you just have one more year, you have one more this, you know, you've already gone so far. And there's this one girl who my parents already don't like because she's really spoiled, and you know, she was adopted out of she basically would not go home from a foster program. Yeah. Yeah. So she's like that kind of person, and she was put into a really good college in the UK, and a year before she completed her degree, she dropped out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She wasn't happy.
I mean...
Yeah, I
And
imagine
you know,
that's
like
not,
everyone,
but,
all of the parents around her were just like, "Wow, what a spoiled bitch." You know, she should have just like held on to it. You know, like she was so close. Like she's so ungrateful. Blah blah blah. So it's not like just an internal thing as well. Is what I'm trying to get at. It's also like external.
People around you definitely will weigh in on this. You know, because
it's like. Yeah.
It's a part of their understanding of, like, it's part of their values somehow. But, like, at the same time, like, I don't know this girl, but do you think, like, if she, you know, went and tried to explain to people, like, you know, I just wasn't happy in this, you know, and I really, I wanted to change direction because, you know, if I got to the very end, you know, I feel like I would feel more regret because I should have more quickly diverted, you know, like I feel like even if you try to explain to people, you know,
dude, I mean,
they're
look
not
at me.
going to feel empathetic.
No, they're not. They're not empathetic.
They're not going to be like,
whatsoever.
oh, you poor thing, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I respect a person that like can much quicker be like, you know what, this isn't for me, you know, and like just change directions much quicker.
Right?
But like, obviously, there's a difference between like being flaky, like having not thought through something, and like having really put some thought into something and been like, you know what, I need to cut my losses.
Yeah, like obviously there is a difference,
for sure.
but some people just like don't see it that way.
Of course, because they probably are thinking, oh, you're just flaky, oh, you're not thinking
no
this
matter
through,
what,
you know.
It's gonna be a lose-lose in the eyes of others. People are just not
But
gonna...
in the long term,
but in the long term for
I feel
yourself,
like, yeah, because those people are gonna go away, you know, and if they don't go away, the thing is, like, 10, 20 years from now, like, what's gonna have a bigger impact, you know, what they said, or like you diverting your career path, like, that's kind of like on the larger scale of things what I wanted to talk about, because like in the larger scale of things, I feel like sunk cost fallacy has a huge effect on like people's directions in life, you know, like, because honestly, not everything you go after in life is, you know, what's right for you ultimately. You know, you have to have the freedom to try things, you know, without being like tied down to it. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand that you don't just like try one thing, you know, and like feel guilted forever to stay there, you know, like.
Well, yeah. And also it's like, that's why, well, at least to me and for my family and like a lot of people that I know, when people are like, oh, this is my major, it's like, okay, well, it may not be your major in school. It's like, so like you're more than, you shouldn't be ashamed for like changing your major or like experimenting or exploring and wanting to do other things. Yeah. So like honestly, props to that friend for like actually like, I don't know, like everyone has a breaking point, and it's like don't stick with it if it's gonna like make you super unhappy, or if it's like stressing you out, or you're just following expectations of like not yourself.
But obviously it's easier said than done.
Because honestly, the sooner you make the decision, the sooner you'll stop putting resources in. You know, you're just essentially just throwing more and more in there.
It's like a negative feedback loop.
Yeah, and you're not going to get anything back.
No,
it's like,
you really aren't.
Ultimately, the end result is you will have a lot of unhappiness, but it's like, how much more are you gonna sink into it before you actually, because like say like, okay, end result, you do like quit whatever it is you're doing. It's like, all right, how much did you lose, I guess is the like end question. Like how much did you lose because you could have stopped like long ago. I mean, the important thing is you stopped.
Oh yeah, of course.
Whatever it may be, whatever
the sooner, I feel like this has become like the phrase of the past couple of years was just like, cut your losses, like you just, so I can't get too personal about this, but like, just as an example, like say, like the person Rachie mentioned, say, she was going after a degree, and this at one point was a dream of hers, say at one point it really inspired her and she was really into it, but like she just was not getting the returns on it, that she had thought she would. Like, say she was doing these classes and was just like, oh wow, I'm not really like a salesperson, or like I'm not really good at like this type of stuff, and this actually like is really bad for my mental health because like whatever job this is or whatever degree just really doesn't fit with me, who I am, and I'm really like putting in a lot of effort here. But say like she was asked, 2 years in, like how she feels about it. And she's already kind of realized like, this is not the path for me,
Right.
But if she's like, but I need to keep going because like I've already done 2 years, I feel that, but I feel like maybe this is a personal thing, but all too easily, like the older you get, the easier time goes by. Like the quicker
it goes by? Is it more?
I feel like, okay, so you realize that 2 years in, you don't like it, but you're like, I'm just going to keep going. And then, 2 months pass and you've kind of hit like, your dead end. You literally can't get out of bed. You're like, relying on a lot of stuff that you probably shouldn't be. And once again, that friend comes and that friend's like, I really think you should just, cut your losses and walk away from this. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna consider that, but just give me 1 more month, 2 more months, 3 more months. The thing is that like that time passes so quickly. Like, I don't know how to explain this better, but the sooner you cut your losses, the sooner you're able to move on to something that's going to actually, benefit you, move you on to your future. Like,
that FOMO was like, don't chase it. Don't chase it.
Oh, the FOMO real. The FOMO is so real.
Oh yeah.
For people who don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because there's the, what if I had done this? What if I'd stuck with it?
But you didn't. So what are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, so, looking at my notes, I wrote a whole lot on this.
So wait, real quick. Anyone else reminded by literally like every rom-com ever where it's like the girl wasted like all her like youth, like she was a businesswoman and now she doesn't know how to be in the real dating world now that she lost her business and her husband that she didn't ever love.
He's watching too much Hallmark.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
Let's watch Hallmark together
Maybe I've watched
sometime.
a Christmas Tale.
They're so good. It's so good.
It's very good.
So good. No, what was the one that just came out? Hold on, sorry, sidetrack. Mingle All the Way. Mingle All the Way.
Oh my God.
It's not a Hallmark movie, but it's a Netflix movie. it's so bad, but it watches just like a Hallmark movie.
I gotta watch it. What did you say? Mingle All the Way? Okay.
Yeah, it's literally about like Christmas business Tinder. That's all I can describe it as. Christmas business Tinder.
So this is very much Julie's thing.
I like that. Christmas business Tinder.
The protagonist is Julie, and like the family is like her family, and then
you know that it's March right now.
Mingle All the Way will forever be on the internet.
All right.
Check it out, y'all.
Oh boy. They look too happy. Look at their teeth. Perfect teeth. fucking people.
All Hallmark-esque movies be like that.
Perfect. Look at these people without their emotional distress. Okay.
Oh no, they are very emotionally distressed. Well, to them.
Okay.
I wish I had their problems.
so essentially, losing hurts. And honestly, like, continuing down this road that's hurting you. You know, the reality is that the fallacy is hurting you more. You know? So like losing money, time, resources, it sucks, but putting off a better life probably sucks either just as much or more. And so I was reading on a website called yonakateatime.com, and they put it really well. Yeah, I know.
Amazing website
You are
name.
notsosmart.com. I was like, okay.
Yes, thank you. I'm
like
stupid,
fucking
I know.
attacked.
I knew it. I'm stupid.
I'm stupid.
The internet has confirmed it for me. It must be true.
They like point exactly at you. So they put it best. They said, you know, you don't return to it over and over again to create good experiences and pleasant memories, but to hold back the negative emotions you expect to feel if you accept the loss of time, effort, money, or whatever else you have invested, you know. So you're not going back to that degree, or you're not going back to that relationship you've really sunk a lot of time into because of the experiences or because it makes you happy. You're literally just holding back the possible hurt that will come, you know, by cutting your losses, you know.
Gotcha.
So don't procrastinate your pain, y'all. Just gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They do. It really do.
It really do.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
And honestly, like, the older I've gotten, the like quicker time has passed, and so like
The sadder you've gotten.
like I don't know why. Do you guys feel the same way where like you feel like there's some things that are like so unaffected by time that you like just don't even see it? Where it's like I have like a bunch of shirts from like high school that like I just never wore, but like obviously I don't like them if I'm not wearing them, but the only reason I'm keeping them is because I thought they were like expensive, or like I didn't just want to throw it away because they weren't really used. And also for some reason it hasn't connected in my brain that like high school was like a ton of years ago.
Like, it was literally like
Julie,
12, it was literally like 10 years, it was like literally 10 years ago, 12 years
and so
ago.
I'm like sitting there like, no, it hasn't been 10 years? Shit.
And you're like,
Yeah,
So,
like 10
yeah.
years. 10, 11 years. Well, 11 years for me since...
Like, this shit is just like taking up literal space in my closet. There's like stuff I don't throw away that I don't even like.
Hey, my 2011 Hot Topic Soul Eater shirt will never age and it will never go out of style. It is never taking up space. Fuck you.
But does it spark joy, Anthong?
It does.
Okay, then you can keep it.
I love Soul Eater.
You can keep it
Actually,
then.
I think my mom actually took all of my like Phantom t-shirts and for Christmas she made them into a giant quilt. And it's like really cute.
That's actually a good way to use them, because otherwise they're just sitting, you know.
If you guys got old shirts, make them into a quilt, y'all. Y'all will always need some warmth.
Yeah, because there are some things that you don't want to throw away because they do make you happy, but at the same time you're not like either wearing them or using them so much, and it's just like a memory thing. So like, you know, I put up I have like a bunch of stuff I've collected from conventions. Like I'm trying to put them together on like a little cork board because like I don't want to throw it away.
right.
And I'd actually like to see it, you know?
Right? Instead of like keeping it all in a box where it's like, and then you'll just be like, and then you'll just be like, oh, I don't do anything with this stuff.
Exactly.
Sells it or throws it out. It's like, no,
I know.
hang it up. Buy a cork board. Buy a cork board off of Amazon for like $20. Put your shit up, y'all. Come on, let's be like those.
Buy a cork board.
Let's be those Pinterest bloggers. Let's go.
Yes, I agree. Honestly.
Yes.
Also, okay, actually, this part I wasn't going to mention if we didn't have time, but Rachie actually kind of hit on it with, you know, it's not just about you, other people are judging you. So it's not an individual thing, you know. So we also honor other people's investments, you
Like
know.
it or not.
Like it or not. So, okay, there's a study done by Tepper School of Business. So, okay, I wonder if I can ask you guys the same thing. So, okay, Anthong.
Okay, I'm ready.
You
Question
are,
me.
imagine I am
False, I
offering
don't have
you.
a brain. No
okay.
thoughts, head empty. Okay, sorry. Go for real now, go on.
Imagine I am offering you a choice of tickets. One, tickets to Cancun. The other, tickets to Montreal. Imagine there's no coronavirus.
Okay.
So, one, the Cancun cost $200 and Montreal cost $500. Which one would you choose?
What's up what Montreal looks like again?
You're not supposed to think this hard.
No, I just don't. No, I'm going to Cancun.
Okay, so that's actually the opposite of what people chose, because so initially they choose in their head like Cancun or Montreal, but then they were told like, oh, this one's 200 and this one's 500.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, my thought process was, first of all, I really want to go to Cancun, and then you're like, Cancun's $200, Montreal's $500. I'm like, well, there we go. Cancun it is.
But no, see, okay, I had already spent this money. Imagine I had already spent this money.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So like, you cut out. I did not hear that
Okay,
first
no,
part,
no, no.
but it was like 2 seconds, and
Don't
when you
worry.
cut back in, you were talking about tickets. I was like, surely she's just telling me I have a
So
choice.
imagine I had already bought these tickets, you know. Which
All
one
right.
would you choose? Would you choose the 200 or would you choose the 500? You know.
Cancun. I want to go fucking Cancun.
Well, fuck you. So, people.
I'm sorry. You spent a lot of money on tickets that that you knew. I was only first of all, flawed. I'm only going on one trip, and
Okay.
you bought me 2 tickets.
Look,
who does that? You could have just been like, here's Cancun, here's Montreal, suffer, and I'd been like, damn, at least it's a trip that I didn't have to pay for.
You son of a bitch. Okay.
But
Either
also,
way.
I understand the point you're trying to
Yeah,
make.
so people were significantly more likely to opt for the pricier trip, even if they would have preferred the cheaper destination, you know?
Because that person spent money.
Yeah, and like there was another example where like a girl had bought like, you know, concert tickets, say to like Billie Eilish, and was like, I can't go that day, here are the tickets, but then you like get sick the day of the concert. Like the person was like, I would still go. Because like they bought the tickets, you know, even if
that's
you
a
didn't buy the
waste.
tickets, you want to
Yeah.
honor their investment, you know.
Yeah,
it feels
for
like
sure.
a waste,
Yeah.
you know. So for some reason we care just as much, you know, like
Yeah.
say your parents are paying for college, you know, or even you have a scholarship, you know, like things like that still apparently weigh just as much, you know, if it was our own money, which seems kind of crazy. But yeah, we're hardwired to invest very wisely, which is very frustrating.
Damn.
God, life is hard.
We have been recording for 45 minutes. Should we take a break?
Yeah,
Intermission?
I was gonna suggest the same thing, Anthong.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us.
for
Look
us.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Can we make some like really like badly aged predictions about what's gonna happen in the next week?
Sure.
Yes. I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say my pee-pee is gonna explode.
yes.
Honestly,
queen.
Rachie, if it does, you're gonna look back at this and be like, oh shit.
You're gonna be like, fuck. Wait, are we betting? Is there money involved? If
Is
not,
there money
if they're really
I
no.
hope there's money involved.
I'm going
I
to
hope
bet.
that in the next week money is somehow involved and I receive it. And I don't wait, hold on, let me like make for the genie listening, let me just like make sure I don't like fuck myself over. I hope that money is involved in the sense that I get money and I don't have to pay money.
You're
I
really.
really hope it, I just really sorry, I'm also really trying to get this high chew out of the fucking package, but it's like
That's
stuck
fine.
and
That's fine. You're
stressing
so
me out.
Stupid. Dance, little man, dance.
I am going to buy Animal Crossing and I'm going to be obsessed with it for at least a month.
You know,
so.
coronavirus like really underestimates my ability to stay inside and live off of Mountain Dew and shredded cheese out the bag.
Speak No.
God damn it.
No speak.
No
You are
speak.
not allowed to talk.
No speak. I no speak no more.
I also predict that Rachie's gonna become obsessed with Animal Crossing for a good
I'm actually
hot second.
very, very bad at Animal Crossing.
Really?
I'm bad
Like
at paying
catching
off my
butterflies?
bills and catching butterflies, and I'm bad
Yeah,
at
I have
just
to pay
like.
bills off in real life.
You know how
but
in like
no.
City in New Leaf, you could you were the mayor and you could build like public
Yeah.
works projects and stuff. Yeah, I sucked at
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, why
My
didn't any of
town
my
was
fucking
so
villagers help
fucking
me out?
ugly. Everybody just made fun of me and they were like, "Dance, Asian girl, dance," and I'm like, "No."
You're like, no.
Wait,
no,
are you like
build
the
another
mayor
bridge
of-
and maybe a lamppost. No.
Are you like mayor of Icetown from
Yes, I am mayor of
Parks and
Icetown.
Rec?
This is Icetown
Yes,
all over
Icetown.
again.
I
I'm
love it.
Ben
I
Wyatt.
would love to visit that town. One run by
Icetown,
Rachie,
same.
where it's just like, there's no public works and
fuck.
pretty much everyone's fucked. But you know, she's got a really nice house.
I mean, like,
This is
honestly,
Icetown.
I feel about it right now. It's got a really nice house.
I like it. I support Mayor Rachie.
I support.
I'm gonna suck.
I support
Rachie
you
not-
funneling funds straight to
I,
yourself.
I support Rachie not killing me when the war happens. And we're forced to kill each other
the
off.
gender war.
That's so optimistic,
Yeah.
Anthong. Tell me more.
Wait, that one tweet where it's like the race war when I have to kill Tony Hawk. I appreciate the hesitation.
That's gonna
Rachie
be
at
me in the gender war killing Anthong.
Yeah, you tried to kill me. And you're gonna be like,
It had to happen.
me killing Anthong in the gender war. I mean, I appreciate the hesitation. There's no hesitation on Rachie's
There
end. I
wasn't
can't make that
hesitation,
meme with
but
it.
you should appreciate it. I would shoot you. Where would I shoot you?
Would you make me suffer? Or would you just like,
Oh, I would try
Kinda.
not to make you suffer.
Oh,
I think
that's
I,
so
I think I
sweet.
would do.
I would make him suffer.
but I also don't trust your name. I also don't trust your
trust my
aim, so you
aim.
might like, you may make me suffer, but like, not on purpose.
I would like accidentally shoot you in the knees.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm
no,
like, fuck! I'm
Newborn.
like, Julie, that wasn't between my eyes! God damn it, you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not a good shot.
That's sexy. That's really sexy.
Sorry.
I'm like, I died because I like bleed out because you shot me everywhere where it wasn't fatal.
I'm sorry. You know what? Killed by kindness.
Kindness beat me up behind a Denny's once.
It was 3 a.m., wasn't it? She told me she would sell me
Yeah.
golden tickets to heaven, but I just got beat up by Jesus.
What Final Fantasy side quest is that? Well, intermission over.
Intermission
Welcome
over.
back, y'all.
I'll stop looking at really bad tweets.
Yeah, please.
I'll try. Okay,
No.
so the second half of this, I think, is important. So how do you deal with sunk cost fallacy? You know,
I don't.
right?
Alcohol?
You don't.
Poorly.
End of show.
Poorly.
End of show.
Next
That's
question.
it. That's it. We're done. Goodbye, guys. We'll see you next month. Fucking hate you. Okay, no. How do you stop? First, stop for a goddamn second.
Yeah.
If you're anything like me, you're doing 4 things at once, even in this moment of listening to a
Stop,
podcast.
Stop.
You're doing everything, and you just can't stop. There's no stopping. So take a stop. Stop for a second.
Take a stop.
second. Take a stop.
Take a step.
Take
Take
a-
a stop for a second.
Take a stop. Take a stop. So what are your reasons for continuing? And I don't mean life. I mean whatever you're doing. This relationship, this
Please-
degree, this job,
Please answer
this, things
seriously
like this.
for this one.
Yes. Why are you doing this? You know? Because
I don't
sometimes
know.
you don't stop and ask yourself, like, why am I doing this until it's
Well-
like 3 years too late, you know?
I'm gonna bring up Granblue again only because I'm like running auto battles right now.
That's fine.
While we're doing this.
Cause boop, boop, beep, beep.
So I've been playing this game for like 3 to 4 years, probably 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. We had the 6th birthday, 4 years. It's not that I've like sunk a lot of money into it. It's just like, well, there's still stuff for me to do. It's still fun. I'm still having a good time. There is the sunk cost fallacy in my brain, the little sunk cost fallacy monkey that's like, you can never leave. If you leave, all of this money was for naught. And it's like throwing like a bunch of poop around in my head because that's what monkeys do.
It's little Rachie. I love it.
Hey,
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't throw poo. You would throw
Poop. No, it's poop.
okay.
She said poop. In my body, in my head, she would. My body is a temple, but like one of those temples where like the monkeys are running around throwing poop everywhere.
That's actually very specific. It's true. There are those. If you're continuing this, and you're still getting enjoyment from it, if you're getting fulfillment
I'm still
from
having
it,
fun.
keep doing it. This ain't for you. This stopping moment ain't for you. If you're
Plus
doing
now,
this
I'm
solely,
like I'm really strong and really good. So like people are like, help me, and I help others, and I'm like, you are so welcome. I can carry you.
that's fine. That's fine. Then it's not. Then the sunk cost does not have fallacy. You're fine with the sunk cost. You're coming to terms with it.
Yeah,
you're good. You got enjoyment. But.
Yeah.
If you realize that the only reason or the major reason you're continuing this and it's made you unhappy, the major reason is just because you've put so much into it, and every day you wonder, God, when will this end? Then this may be for you. Well, good news. You can stop.
You during any A3 event ever. When will it end? When
will this suffering end? Truly. Also, if this is just a temporary roadblock, then this isn't for you. Like, say you're in a relationship for many years and you're just,
going through
things
a rough
have gotten
patch.
a little monotonous.
Yeah.
You're going through a rough patch. Things are monotonous. This is a temporary thing. But of course, I can't say for sure. This is up to your own better judgment. But once again, if your only reason is because you've sunk in resources, I think that the next thing you should do is first, I want to say this the right way. If you really sit down and put some real big boy thinking into this, and you've thought about, your plan for the next year, the next 5 years, or whatever it may be, and you really have thought this through. I think there's a difference between thinking this through and being sure of yourself, or maybe you're not even sure of yourself, but you've really thought this through over a period of time and things are just not getting better. Then, cutting your losses is not shallow. It is not shallow at all. I find it more brave. I find it's a harder thing to do, but it's what's right for you. And so other people may find it shallow or whatever. You can try to explain it to them, or you can just be like, you know what? I don't need to hear you. I don't need to care about your opinion about my life.
I do not hear.
Exactly. I do not hear. I do not see.
I don't have ears.
They're not living your life,
They don't know you.
They really don't. No one can ever truly know you. And if this is something that you've really put thought into and truly this is making you unhappy and it's just become just a drain on your life, think about in the next 5 years. Do you want to quit now, or do you want to get to 5 years in the future? I say it's better sooner, but once again, think these things over.
Yeah.
The last tip, probably the main tip, is look to the future. Time passes really quickly. I know this may seem crazy for if you're like in high school and listening to this. Time, it goes so fast. You get into college and it's like,
I'm not even lying. High school made time move so slow, and now I'm like, what do you mean high school was 11 years ago?
Yeah, right?
You're insane.
I genuinely, I see the bus outside and I, still get oh God, do I have to go? But, that was, I don't even want to think. I don't even want to think when my reunion is.
Dude, it's just so, I can't believe I finally become that person where I'll talk to people high schoolers at work whatever that are hanging out and doing homework, and I'll be like, oh, how's school going? Because I've finally become that person where I'm like, how's school? And they're are you finals? Are those happening soon? They're a month away. I'm like, a month away? That doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right. Especially when you see kids getting off for breaks. I'm like, wait, is that now? No, the year's just started. What?
Right.
Like spring break is going on. I was like, what? Like January was yesterday. Like, but yeah, you know,
unbelievable.
The like months will start shooting by. You know, I feel like I wasted a year accidentally, and it was so easy. You know, like it was just like a blip.
Little blip.
So, just a big warning. You know, the older you get, quicker time passes.
It really
and
does.
if you're not facing the direction you want to go in, whatever direction you're facing, it'll just keep going. You'll just keep scooting along that way if you don't do something.
You have no choice.
Very easy. Oh boy. But also the idea of just for now can be a lot longer than you imagine. Like you know how like, oh, you put like an empty discarded box in the living room and you're like, well, just for now, I need to figure out, you know, recycling and stuff. 4 months later, you realize you've been living with a cardboard box in the middle of your living room for no fucking reason. And you're like, wait, this was just for now. Like, just for now turned into 4 months. Just for now has turned into 5 years for me. Like, and without even like really thinking about it, you know? So sometimes I think it's a good thing to realize that, you know, if you're gonna just accept that just for now can be longer than you think, you know, and like say you're sick. Say you're gonna be sick for a year. You know, I had withdrawal for an entire year. It was bullshit. It was bullshit.
It was very bullshit.
And like, you're just sick for a year. But the thing is, I was like, well, it's just for now. It's just for now. And I'm not gonna change anything about my life to like try and meet the needs of like my just for now life. But the thing is, just for now is just as important as any other time in your life, you know? So like make yourself comfortable in the just for now, you know? Like don't put off buying new clothes because you're like, oh well, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds soon, you know? Buy good clothes for yourself in the just for now, you know? Just do it, because this is a part of your life and this is important too.
Yeah.
Also,
living your life in the now and live it happily.
Exactly. Because honestly, I keep on thinking just for now. It's just for now. But I realized just for now became my entire life. So yeah,
it does.
You picked up your first mobile game just for now.
Just for now. I told myself just a couple days. Just a couple weeks.
You finally found something you like, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you're having fun. Like I love seeing like your mobile game posts on Twitter now. You're like,
there are a lot of people who just don't even fucking care.
Like,
dude, no, people fucking love it. I love it.
Yeah. There are people who enjoy it.
You're
but like,
even more relatable now.
Yeah, queen
oh my
of
god, I'm like a
relatability.
person. Am I a person?
You
Weird.
are.
Just
Some
for
would
now,
say.
though.
Yeah, as a tree. As a tree.
Yeah. But, you know, once again,
I am asking
the present.
you.
Once again, I am asking you to fucking look at your life.
To live in the now.
Live in the now. Also, this is something that I really cared about, and that's why I put it in bold on here, because past Julie's smarter than current Julie. So think about this, you know, if you continue on this path, throwing time and money into this thing, you know, for another year, you know, just imagine for another year you're going to do this. You know, will you look back in a year and regret this moment? Or like regret not cutting your losses then? Nope. Like, I constantly think back to those moments in the past, and I'm like, oh.
Julie, me seeing an SSR and then blacking out and waking up with all of my gems spent and my bank account empty. I would only then the next day. Was I abducted by aliens?
What happened? The aliens are inside your body, and they're actually just you.
Wow.
Literally.
But like, that's the thing, is like, I keep on trying to like live my life without regrets, but it's so goddamn hard. You know, because you're not a mind reader. You don't know the future. That's not a mind reader, but you don't know the future. And so like,
you're a psychic.
I've seen this in other people where, you know, we'll have these talks about like, hey, I think it's a really good idea to start thinking about cutting your losses. And then I'll be like talking to them a couple months, being like, I think right now is a good time to cut your losses. And then I'll talk to them a couple more months. I'll be like, I think you really need to like quit it now so you can move on sooner, you know. And I always like think like if I were in that position, I would just have like so many regrets of like, why didn't I just do it sooner? You know, why did I not just like, because I was stubborn, because I just really, it hurt too much to let it go, you know, because then it feels like you're a failure. It feels like you've, you know, just wasted a whole entire part of your life.
Which is not true. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's
but in
not.
the moment, it feels like it is.
In the moment,
you know,
it feels
in the
like
moment, you're like,
that.
I'm a piece of shit, you know? But like, you'll look back on it and be like, you know what? I learned a lot of good stuff from that. I learned, you know, that it's okay to change paths, you know. It's all learning experience, you know, no one's perfect at this, but like, I think especially while you're young, you know, you should be able to have the ability to cut your losses and do something else, you know? Like, fail now.
Just, like, if we take everything we've talked about in this episode and we all just like kind of wrapped it up and just like made a little like TLDR, it's like, honestly, what it all boils down to is if it's making you unhappy, don't do it. Cut your losses. Like, look at yourself in a year. Is it still, if you look back now and you were not happy, stop doing it. If it's making you happy, keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Like,
that's fine. But
you're
of course,
young. You have time. You have time to like change and do the things you want and experiment. Like,
because when you
girl,
have a child,
kiss a guy, do something.
Can you
I don't
not,
know.
Julie? Because when you have a child,
I'm sorry, that was like such my mom moment there.
I was
When you
just
have
like,
a child, when
you
you
are
have kids of
channeling
your own,
mom.
when you have kids of your own,
I honestly God thought you were talking to me and being like, really? And I was like, listen, let people experiment. Kiss a girl, kiss a guy, kiss a girl and a guy.
do it at the same time.
Like, do it.
Try. I mean, I don't think your mouth is that big to be able to do both at the same time. But whatever. Besides the point.
Go for world record for most people kissed at once. Yes. Then you'll be famous.
Exactly.
But would you look back on that in a year and be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that?
Yeah. But
If so, then don't do
there's
it.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you get syphilis, then yeah.
okay, well,
Did
but
you
then
say,
you learn.
wait, stop. Wait, this came to me like in a stroke of genius because of what I thought Rachie said. But the non-lethal form of syphilis that you get from kissing, aka the common cold, sniffilus.
Anthong, it is time
Can
to
I-
die.
I'm gonna edit him out of this episode.
Julie, you
God,
have the right
that
idea.
was so good. That was so good. Sniffilus.
I thought you got mono, the kissing disease. It was mono because there was a Bob's
changing
Burgers
it to-
episode. Okay.
Oh, I love Bob's Burgers. No, we're calling it sniffilus.
Sniffilus. I like it.
Yeah.
Also, you know, just in general, I know I'm terrified of the future because it's so unknown, you know, like you don't know if you're going to have really good luck or really bad luck in the future, you know, so it feels always like, what is worse, the evil you know or the evil you don't know? But like
Trust no
lately,
one, not
I'm
even
kind of
yourself.
digging the evil I don't know. I'm kind of
Wow,
really digging it.
Judy.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
I don't know,
I'm fucking tired of the
evil-
evil I know.
Yeah, like maybe the evil you don't know is gonna be like kind of sexy. Like,
Yeah,
who
right?
knows?
Like,
Oh my
I don't
God,
want to
you
fucking see
guys
the
are
evil
so
I know.
horny.
I don't want to see his fucking face.
Maybe like the evil you don't know will be like Angelina Jolie, like from Maleficent, but not like good, like evil. Like just like think more evil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
I'll
the evil
take
you
it.
don't know.
I'll take it. I need more evils than I know. I just need to get through it. I just need to fail more. I don't need to just like commit to the first fucking thing I see, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's...
Failure is okay, you guys. We all do it. Everyone in Final Fantasy 14 does it, right, Rachie?
Shut up.
It's true.
So yeah, the very last sentence or bullet point is just, you know, what's next? Who knows? You know, it's just a risk you're gonna have to be willing to take at some time, you know?
Agreed.
Because there's always gonna be unknowns. So, may as
There's
well
always gonna
have a
be
say in it.
unknowns. Yeah.
It's true. Wait, hold on, wait.
I think like
No,
the
yeah.
mindset probably to take from this is just, well, you know, life's a bitch and then sometimes you live, so what are you gonna do? You know? Like,
You know,
don't,
wait,
you don't
you guys,
deserve to suffer, obviously.
You guys.
True.
I actually have the perfect quote that's like an actual legitimate, like serious quote that applies to this. I could
Interesting.
not have put it any better than myself than Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. As she would say, take chance. No, this is serious. She used to say, listen, she used to say, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Like, fail, mess
get
up, take
messy.
chances.
Yeah.
Get messy,
You guys,
y'all.
don't play it safe and wonder what could have been, and you know.
Yeah, and obviously all of this does not pertain to the coronavirus. Stay home. But everything else in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything else. You
Yeah.
know, but I trust in you guys' judgment. You know?
Yeah.
I trust.
Thank you, Miss Frizzle, for
know
shaping my
what's right.
childhood.
Thank you, Miss Frizzle. Get messy.
Yeah, she
So
shaped my childhood.
how do we wanna wrap this up? We don't have Twitter questions this time because everyone's been quarantined and everything is up in flames currently.
Yes. So we will do Twitter questions for some episodes that we deem worthy.
Worthy.
All right.
This is not one of
This
those
is
episodes.
not worthy. That's fine. But beyond that's it. Blah blah blah. That's literally
Blah,
what
blah, blah,
Rachie
blah.
wrote.
Yeah. That's it. Blah blah blah. Leave us alone. I'm just kidding.
Once again, we release new episodes. We try to release it every month at the end of the month. We do topic rotation every time. So next time it'll be
It's me.
Anthong.
It's me with the part 2 of the Vocaloid, you guys. I hope you're looking forward to it. Months ago, I asked you guys a question on Twitter, and in the first part of that Vocaloid episode, I never, read off any of those answers. I still have them. They're there. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're getting to them.
We're getting to them.
Yeah. So next month, Vocaloid part 2. Look forward to it.
Beep, 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 beep. Okay.
I feel like an actual anime look forward to it,
I know.
Like, huh?
I know. That's
We're
cute.
doing good. We're doing
also, yeah, we do live streams. We'll do those in the future. So remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel to be able to watch those live.
Yes.
Because they're going to be on
very
YouTube.
sexy.
We're
That's very
trying
sexy.
to really polish that whole gaming on stream thing.
God,
we're gonna
try.
mess around with Twitch. We're gonna try different games that aren't
fuck
Jackbox
around.
because that was a
it's a
disaster
nightmare.
and a half.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to reformat my desktop computer to be Windows and just use that for whatever else. So maybe I'll be able to help with more stuff because
Yeah.
I
Nice.
usually only have a Mac.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing those. Once again, you can listen to us on Spotify and wherever else you listen. Follow us on Twitter. I think we have a Tumblr. I don't know what we're doing with that.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
well,
don't.
we do
look out,
Twitter.
look out for the bot that we're gonna sell the Tumblr to.
It's gonna be really sexy.
It's gonna be really sexy if you think about it.
Also, we do have a Patreon. If you want to donate to it, we have a Patreon server on Discord as well. I have no
Yes.
idea. I think I had.
I have no idea what's going on. Someone
you
added
don't
me once,
have
and I
to
thought
know
it was
what's
a
going
nightmare. Yeah,
That's fine. Once again, it's anarchy.
Yeah, it's
what
total
was I gonna
anarchy.
say? We are going to be, well, at least I am because I'm in charge of the Patreon. I will be reworking the goals and the tiers and maybe adding some stuff and
2020.
maybe nuking the entire Patreon page. Who knows?
Swear to God.
It's gonna be up to chance. I'm spinning a roulette wheel.
That'll be really
1 in
cool.
20 chance.
That'll be really cool.
Well, that's new, Anthong. I haven't heard of that, and
Yeah, I know. I was saving it for the stream.
Also, for this episode, I think I would like to still do the tarot card reading just for my own sanity.
Yeah.
Because I really need it right now in this time of life.
Okay, let's do tarot cards for you, Julie.
Should I pull the card or should Rachie?
Rachie's
pull the
gonna
card.
pull the card and then the gun.
Please don't pull the gun on me. Please.
Okay, so for our iced tea supporters, those are the $1 supporters. We have Tirami Miku.
Oh.
Dominicus Marius. Big Bat Majima. Big Bat Majima. Feeling that one. Shiven. Shivan, Nevin, one of the two. I don't know how to pronounce anything ever. Thank you to those $1 supporters. Yay! Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. For the Boba Tea $5 supporters, we have Wonder Blanket, Matt Barton, B. Kenneth Schmidt, Catherine. Yeah, B. Kenneth Schmidt. We have Catherine with a K, Shigure, and those are our $5 supporters. Yay! Yay! Thank you. Woo!
You guys did it.
You guys did it. All of your lives are being extended by 1 year. Thank you. And then for our Earl Grey Tea $10 supporters, we have Davey Smith, Oz Rasgriz, Cyrus Cairns. I always get this wrong. Sirens? Oh, something like that. I'm sorry. I'm like really trying.
Can you Google Translate text to speech that one?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do that. Let's get this right.
Yeah, they're paying us money.
They are. I don't know. Maybe they just love hearing me butcher shit.
I kind of love it.
I know.
I love it too, really.
Hold on.
But it's a disservice.
It's Cairns. It's Cairns.
Cairns?
It's Cairns.
Oh.
Cairns.
Yeah. If that's right, if that's wrong, I'm sorry. It's Google Translate's fault, not mine. Okay, so Cyrus Cairns, Zarv. We got Michael Lubina, Donald Price. Michael Lubina.
That is my
I
friend.
pronounced that weird. That is your friend, Michael Lubina. Donald Price, Headphonics.
Someone's
Michael
going after
Q.
your crown, Julie.
Fade. Oh, wait. Fade.
Oh.
Just in all caps.
Oh.
Very spooky. Very ominous.
That's minimalistic.
Well,
I like that.
Yeah, very minimalist. Are you pledging $10 because I might die? Who knows? Let's see.
I like.
Oh, wait. Kio Villamayor. Kio Villamayor. That's what Google Translate's saying.
I think
I'm
you did a good
so
job.
sorry. Okay. Oka Mines, and then Steve Shaughnessy. Thank you all so much for the $10. We did it, y'all. We did it. I know how to speak the English language.
You did.
You do, Thongus.
Actually,
Awesome.
debatable if I do.
That's
Who
debatable.
knows? But yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. You guys.
Oh, right.
So great. No, I was like doing finger guns at like our patrons. I'm like, you guys. So cool. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so I'm gonna be like reworking those tiers. Maybe we'll have like more fun stuff. Maybe. Ooh, I have some ideas. Can anyone say Minecraft?
Shut the fuck up. Where are my tarot cards?
Yeah, where are they?
Okay,
Where
we're
are my
pulling
tarot
Julie's
cards?
tarot cards this time.
Thank you.
I hope it's an SSR.
Thank you.
Each of you give me one number.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
It's from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Flashback
9,
again to
10,
the Gotcha
11,
episode.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1 to 17.
I do 17.
I was gonna say that too.
Okay. What
7.
else? Okay, so the first one that we picked is... Why do I have to say? Past. 4 of Swords.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
The figure on the 4 of Swords is resting, blah, blah, blah. It represents foundation. The past position reveals to you an important influence from the past and what might have happened to bring things to the point where they are now. You can't change the past, but by understanding it, you can learn from it so you don't make the same mistakes again. The 4 of Swords indicates respite after challenging times. You've had a chance to build up your strength, to regroup, and refocus. You needed some alone time away from others to get to know yourself again. You took your time to reevaluate things so that you could begin anew another day. Aw, that's sweet.
Aw,
That's okay.
Aw.
Present, 6 of Wands.
okay.
This is a card of overcoming adversity, of finding success, and of being recognized for your achievements. There are people around you cheering your victory. 6 of Wands represents harmony and
heard 'em
possible
yet.
solutions to outstanding issues.
Okay.
Okay, bitch, I
It
guess I just
reveals
don't
that you're
exist,
succeeding
whatever.
in your goals and
Shut
you're
up.
receiving the accolades due to yourself. You're showing others what you're made of and gaining their respect. If there's any downside to this card, then it could be that you're getting a bit vain or egotistical. If you don't stay humble, then you're setting yourself up for a fall.
Yeah, humble.
Damn.
Humble, bitch.
Damn.
Called you out.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take
For
it.
the future, it's
Yeah,
the
you would.
Tower, When the tower...
Wait,
I'm sorry,
shut up. Wait, I'm sorry. The first evoker I unlocked in Grand Blue Fantasy, the most problematic of characters. Go on, I want to hear the tower. I want to hear what Julie's tower is.
So Julie's tower is...
Oh, no.
The future... Okay, when the tower appears, there's always going to be something unexpected, something that happens out of the blue, and it's usually a game changer in some way.
Oh, God damn it.
The tower in this position shows you that something will happen in the future that'll take you by surprise and alter the course of things. It'll shake you to the core and make you examine what kind of life you're creating. It may even bring you crashing down if you start to get vain or take things for granted. When you know better, then you'll create the opportunity to do better. Will you?
Sounds like I'm not posting to Twitter for how many years? God damn it.
I'm not gonna lie, Julie, I love you, but I think you're at that tower point right now.
I am at that tower point. I
You've
really
been shaken
am.
to your core, like, I don't know, maybe
okay.
this is gonna play into your gotcha. Maybe you're gonna make a big purchase.
I don't know. Well, like, the problem is like, I've already felt like in the past just 3 goddamn days, I have been like the tower 3 times in a row, and I'm like, I don't know how much more.
Queen, don't be sad or scared. You're so sexy.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
you're so
Shut the
sexy,
fuck.
Queen.
If you want to hear more of her existential crisis, subscribe to our Patreon. We have 3 tiers. One of those tiers are, the Discord server. Sorry, I had to pull it up. Discord server. We have a tarot reading, outtakes as of right now. $10 is the outtakes, Earl Grey. If you want to hear more of this, the Patreon's right there, girls and guys and everything else. Come on.
Yeah, everything else.
Wait, what was it? Ladies and men and my non-binary friends. That's what it is. Okay,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Very
Thank
good.
you. I think right now in that channel there's like a clip of me singing Zero to Hero. There was like some talk about fucking dads, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Both our
this has been a
Freudian
great
slips.
episode.
Well, I'm just like giving them incentive, all right? I love you all. Thank you for listening and tuning in.
Thanks for listening and
we will
tuning
see you next month.
Bye.
That was beautiful. Bye.
Were you channeling John Raffio?
I really was.
Oh my god, I love you.
I love it.
This is why we're friends.
Bye.